Welcome back, guys. I trust you've been staying safe. Before you continue watching this video, go to the comment section and please kindly tell me what you think love is. What is love? What is love supposed to be about? Sometimes some people do some things and they claim it's because of love. But sometimes it seems as though maybe it's rather out of stupidity. Now, today's true crime story is coming from India, and it begs the question: what do you do as a loving boyfriend when your girlfriend has an exam and she is not able to write it because she's not ready, she's not prepared, and she doesn't think that she'll be capable of passing that exam, and she's in distress? How do you, as a loving boyfriend, save her from that situation and be the hero that she knows you to be? This was the question that was bothering on the mind of a man in India who had a girlfriend caught up in that situation where she had an exam, but she knew that it was an exam that she wasn't in a position to pass. So she informed her boyfriend that this is what was eating her up. And this boyfriend, by name Angrez Singh, decided that he was going to save the day and protect his queen by making sure that she will pass the exam by hook or crook. And usually that is where the danger and the crime will start. So what did Angrez Singh do? He is not part of the examination committee. Neither was he a lecturer. Neither was he an invigilator or a facilitator of the exam. So how was he actually going to help his girlfriend pass the exam? He came up with an idea which seemed very brilliant to him, but in actual fact was really stupid when we did our assessment, especially based on the outcome that led to this being a true crime episode. What did Angrez Singh do? Well, he decided that on the D-Day to write the exam, he was going to dress up as a girl and impersonate his girlfriend and go and sit in at the exam center in place of her and then write the exam for her. So it means that he had to dress up right, he had to learn to dress up right, and also he had to actually sit down and study to go and write the exam. I think this guy may be able to pass off as the most romantic guy of 2024 so far. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. But this is one of those true crime stories which, although they are crimes, but they have a funny twist to it, because he did all he did in his mind out of love. Although for me, I would say it's stupidity. I will explain when I'm adding my 2 cents as to why I'm saying it's stupidity. But that was the plot that Angrez Singh hatched. And on the D-Day, Angrez Singh presented himself, or let me say herself, to write the health workers exam, which was to be conducted by the Baba Farid University of Health Sciences at DAV Public School in Kotkapura. So this was a university exam for health students. So this guy was going to beat an entire university exam system just to show his love for his queen and help her excel. Interesting. I'm just wondering how things would have played out if he was successful and this was how his girlfriend would graduate holding a medical degree and she would now be in a hospital attending to patients. I'm wondering what will be happening to those patients. But things didn't go that smoothly for Angrez Singh, because he came to the exam center looking flashy in his red bangles, his lipstick, and a lady's suit. And it seems as if he was being successful in the pursuit of what he had planned. But unfortunately for him, the whole plan came crashing down when some of the university officials caught wind of what he was doing and they quietly reported to the police. They didn't even confront him. They just quietly reported to the police. So in his mind, he felt his plan was working. But before he could realize what was actually happening, the police came in and then they arrested him. And this is where it even gets funnier, because even when the police came in and arrested him, Angrez Singh was still insisting that he is a woman. He is his girlfriend. He was insisting his identity is what it is. He even had ID cards on him to corroborate the fact that he is the person he's saying he is. And he is that female he's saying he is. He had IDs bearing his girlfriend's name with his picture showing that he is her. Let me put it that way. I hope I'm not confusing you. Now, in all his seeming intelligence, he failed to realize one thing. He failed to realize that these ID cards are not just authenticated on the face of whatever they have. They have a backlink to a whole elaborate system which includes biometrics of the actual authentic card holder. He didn't plot that far to consider that in his planning. So as he was insisting, the police then picked his fingerprints to vet it with what is in the database for those details on the ID, and it turns out that the IDs were fake and there were no biometrics to corroborate what he had. And just like that, Angrez Singh, the most romantic guy in 2024 so far, was busted for impersonation and him attempting to defraud the university by going in as someone else to go and write the exam for the person. This is very shady, and in as much as it's funny, it's still very serious. I'll break down why I say so. First of all, this is impersonation. He's impersonating somebody. He is not excused from the consequence of that because it's his girlfriend. That does not excuse him. He's still impersonating someone, and by so doing, he's trying to defraud or fool the university. All these are offenses, tantamount to fraud of a sort. I don't know about India's laws, but in there somewhere, there's definitely going to be a law speaking against impersonation and trying to defraud by false pretenses or something in that line. So that is the first thing I see wrong here. Now, the second thing, the first one goes to Angrez Singh, but the second thing, if it can be proven, would be held against his girlfriend, whose name was actually not provided in this case because, well, she's not the one who was actually arrested for this. Because it turns out that she was having struggles passing this exam. That's how come she agreed with her boyfriend to do that. But the question is, how will we be able to prove this so that it can be pinned on her? If she says that she's not aware her boyfriend was doing this, she couldn't turn up because she couldn't turn up for the exam. But she's not the one who agreed with him to do what he's doing. Then everything is going to hang on this boyfriend. But as it stands now, the genuine candidate, that is his girlfriend, has had her application also turned down by the administration, and rightly so, because the crime relates to her application. So unfortunately for her, the university has turned down her application and her boyfriend has also been arrested. And it doesn't end there. Like I was saying, imagine if the boyfriend was not busted by the police for this offense and he was successful in doing this. It means that he would have passed the exam for his girlfriend, who would move on to graduate eventually from this medical school and hold a degree in whatever medical field she's pursuing, and will eventually end up at a medical facility deemed to be readily available and competent to serve patients. Now imagine the risk that will expose patients to. That is dangerous. So it's not as something flimsy as, oh, he was trying to impersonate a woman and write an exam for her. It sounds funny, but there are serious implications if you do the analysis. Now, this is why I'm saying that this man at the center of all this, Angrez Singh, was very stupid. Now, I'm going to explain why I said that. This is because, as it stands now, he has been arrested. His girlfriend has not been arrested for this offense. She didn't do the impersonation. The worst that she faced was her admission being revoked. But she has not been arrested. This guy has rather been arrested. He's likely to be prosecuted, and if successful, he's going to be sentenced to prison. Now, he did this seemingly out of love, or maybe, well, he thought it was love, but it's stupidity. But in his mind, he did it out of love for this girl he says he loves. Now, if you are ending up in prison, I don't think she will stick around for you. I think that by the time he's out, she might probably be with another guy, moving on. And I just hope it won't happen that way. But if it does happen that way, I just hope he won't come out of prison eventually with any form of vengeance in mind against her. This is how some of these things escalate into other bigger true crimes. There are certain things that you shouldn't do just because you feel you love someone. For me, I think that if she truly loved him, she wouldn't have looked on or allowed him or agreed with him for him to do what he did. She would have looked at the implications involved if he got caught, what would happen to him, and even what would happen to herself as well. She would have placed him before herself and did the right analysis and advised him not to do that, and she would have prepared to write the exam herself. But that is my thoughts. Let me know what you also think. Do you think this is actually love? In your definition of love that you gave me in the comment section, is this part of it? Let me know. If not, let me also know if you understand why he will do this, or if you appreciate why he will do this. Or better still, let me know the craziest thing you, let me know the craziest thing you have ever done for love in the comment section. Subscribe if you are yet to do so. Turn on the post notifications. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.